This is probably going to sound mind-numbingly boring, but if you don't tell your money where to go, you'll likely end up broke, even if you earn a good salary. Hi, I'm Zahra. I'm a medical doctor and an entrepreneur, and I've been telling my salary where to go ever since my very first paycheck. This single habit has given me the freedom to build assets, travel twice a year, take multiple 4 to 6 month breaks, build a business, and still maintain my health and lifestyle. Very quick disclaimer, I'm not a financial advisor, I'm not an investment banker, and I'm not an accountant. I'm just sharing what I've learned from experience and what has worked for me. What is a budget really? A budget does sound restrictive, but really it's just a plan. It's deciding ahead of time where you want all your money to go rather than thinking where did it all disappear to. Behavioral finance research shows that when people budget or have some degree of a plan, it reduces the amount of impulse spending that they do and increases their long-term wealth accumulation. When your salary lands into your account, you probably have one of 4 options available to you. You can spend everything, invest everything, save everything, or do nothing, and just hope for the best. And honestly, the last option is how many high-income professionals end up still being financially stressed despite earning a good salary. The simplest way I've found to manage money is basically in these 3 buckets. Number 1, investments. This is where you make your money work for you. What investing essentially means is that you're buying and investing in assets that ultimately grow and will generate an income for you. These can be things like ETFs, properties, stocks or shares, or even investing in other businesses. Compound interest is powerful. Every single time you invest early, you allow that money to grow and grow and grow over time. In fact, Einstein dubbed it the 8th wonder of the world. Here's a key rule that I want you to remember. Try not to reduce this bucket unless it's absolutely necessary. Number 2, savings. I like to call this my freedom fund. Savings aren't just about saving for an emergency, and it gives you the optionality and flexibility to live your life on your terms. You could be saving towards taking a break from work. You could be saving towards being able to recover after an unexpected injury. You could be saving towards starting something new, building a business, or to even travel intentionally. Research shows that if you actually save 3 to 6 months of your monthly expenses, you're significantly reducing your financial anxiety. The key is intentional saving, not just random accumulation. Number 3, expenses. Live your life. Expenses are essentially what allow you to function on a day-to-day basis. This includes your rent, housing, food, your transport, your insurance, and I'm sure you can think of many more. The key here to remember is that lifestyle inflation is incredibly real. Research consistently shows that as your income starts increasing, so does your spending. And what happens is, it all just prevents your wealth accumulation and building. Here's a simple rule that you can follow. If you have to think about it, probably can't afford it. Recently, I heard of a concept on a podcast called On Purpose by Jay Shetty. He had a guest speaker who basically said, if you can't buy 5 of something, you probably shouldn't buy 1 of it. It's not scientific, but it's a great psychological filter against impulse luxury spending. Now that you know where your money is supposed to go, it's important to know what kind of split will work to build your wealth. Financial experts often suggest a framework that looks something like this. The 60-20-20 rule. 60% towards your living expenses, 20% towards investments, and 20% towards savings. This is obviously incredibly flexible, and the more you can put into your savings and investing, the more wealthy you will become. And you're probably thinking, if I have to reduce my expenses and increase my savings and investing, does this mean I have to live an overly frugal life? And the answer is no. I think you should still go and enjoy your life, but always just be mindful about where your money is going and what you're actually spending on. For example, if you are someone who loves a fine dining experience, it gives you so much joy, so much pleasure, make a plan to have it intentionally once a month or once every 2 months. You should still go on and enjoy your life, but mindless spending is usually what kills your wealth. One thing you can do to help you with this is always ask yourself before a big purchase, am I buying this because I genuinely find joy in it, or am I doing it just because it looks impressive? Ideally, the one thing you always want to avoid is debt. Why? Because it's the silent killer of wealth. Debt will quietly diminish your ability to have financial freedom. When you buy something on credit, you are typically adding 15 to 20% or even more towards your purchase over a far longer period of time. Credit cards are amazing, and they ultimately work like tools. They have fantastic benefits, but you need to know that they're not the enemy, and if you can treat a credit card like a debit card, you will win even more. The key here is to spend less than what you actually earn and only spend what you have. Many people inflate their credit card limits. The important part to remember here is that if your credit limit exceeds your salary, you're going to enter into dangerous territory. I would say that you would need incredibly strong willpower not to spend more than what you actually earn if you have a much higher credit card limit. Remember, banks profit when you buy with interest, not from your financial freedom. Over the last 12 months, I've been doing a lot more research thinking around money and what it actually is. And the way I like to think about it is that it's ultimately just a tool. I like to think about money on a scale, income on the one side and expenses on the other side. Now, realistically, you can probably only reduce your expenses to some degree, but income over here has an unlimited growth potential. There are so many ways that you can increase your income, and you can really do this through salary growth, investments, buying assets, property, and even starting a business. The rule sounds incredibly simple, but it's powerful. Earn more, spend intentionally, invest consistently, and most importantly, never let your expenses exceed your income. Financial planning isn't about becoming obsessed with money. It's just about understanding that money ultimately gives you options. And when you use it intentionally, it can actually give you the freedom to build the life that actually feels aligned with what you want. I promise you, you don't have to become a financial expert overnight. Just start by telling your money where to go so that it doesn't decide it for you. If you like this video and you'd like to see more, my latest video is up here and you can always subscribe to my channel. I'll see you in the next video.